I'm the chairman of the International Standard Organisation Technical Committee 262 on Risk Management. I'm the secretary of the Terminology Working Group of ISO Technical Committee 292, which is dealing with resilience and security, or security and resilience. And I'm also the risk management expert on the ISO Joint Technical Coordination Group that is trying to bring harmonisation in terminology to management system standards. Well, of course, I'm in the position where I retire at the end of this year, actually. And I figured, having got to be 70 years of age, it's about time I did. But you know, I've been caught up in standardisation, risk management standardisation, since 1991, so that's, what, 25 years now. So I've certainly seen changes with 4360 in Australia and the handbooks, and then we did Guide 73 in 2000, and then we wrote 31,000 in 2009, and now the revision. It's gratifying to see that it's caught on so well. As I said in my comments, it's now adopted as a national standard in 57 different countries, and I think therefore it's a lasting result. So I sort of retire confident that they're busily, as we speak, busily revising 31,000 to bring it up to date, to keep it at the cutting edge. So yes, I think it's. I can sort of retire and feel that it's not going to sort of go downhill quickly. It's the greatest problem I see for people coming into business these days is the lack of corporate memory and the lack of corporate records. Now, when I started out working, virtually all organisations had a corporate memory of 20 years. If you went to the post office in Australia, they had a corporate memory of 40 years because every person had started at a very early age. And so it was interesting to see how that went. So there was corporate memory. Organisations made 5 and 10 and 20-year plans, whereas now you come into organisations, the corporate memory, you're lucky if it's in double figures. And as for corporate records, when I started, we had these old places called registries where people kept piles of paper in cardboard folders. And you could go in and you say, I'd like all the information on such and such a topic. And they might give you a shopping trolley full of things. Now, of course, we have information management systems, and that most wonderful invention, the delete button. And so when you go looking to gather information to help you make good decisions, where do you find it? And I think that's the real problem. If I was starting out now, it would be very, very difficult for you to learn the culture of the organisation, and for that matter, to get into the corporate memory and corporate information so that you're able to gather all the facts to make the right decision. So often, decision makers are really making decisions with very limited knowledge at their background. And the other thing is, of course, people don't stay around terribly long. So we have a churn in organisations. So again, that removes memory. And there's also the tendency where if I want an accountant, oh, you're an accountant, you can come in. Now you might have come to me from a totally different industry. How do I teach you my industry and my culture? Because normally I've got an induction process if I bring you in off the street, but if I bring you in at a senior level, how do I teach you the organisation or the business or the activity? And that's what I see as the real problem now, this new generation that chops and changes from job to job and organisation to organisation. How do they build up any knowledge? And at the senior level, again, you come in often from a different industry. How do you, in fact, understand the nature of the business, the history of the industry, all of the things that you need to make effective decisions? And yeah, I really feel sorry for for people starting out now, because at least when I started out, there were people that you could turn to for advice, who could tell you where we did things before and how they went wrong. Now, a lot of those people aren't around. And where we used to manufacture things on site, now a lot of organisations are manufacturing in China. So again, how do you walk the floor and walk the talk amongst the people to get to understand the business when it all arrives in a shipping container from China?